Hey, and welcome to WatchMojo.com. I'm your host, Derek Allen, and today we will be exploring the history of the United States presidential inauguration.
Prior to 1937, Inauguration Day in the United States was traditionally set for March 4th, 4 months after the presidential election. This delay was meant to give the president-elect enough time to get things in order and then make the trip to Washington, D.C., which could be quite arduous during the 18th and early 19th centuries. Only if March 4th fell on a Sunday or a president died during his term was this date changed. The only other exception of this was the inauguration of the first president of the United States, George Washington, who was sworn in on April 30th, 1789 in New York City. Ever since 1937 and the swearing in of Franklin D. Roosevelt's second term as president, Inauguration Day has traditionally been held every 4 years on the 20th of January. It was the 20th Amendment to the United States Constitution that changed the inauguration date. Government felt that in the modern age, the lengthy delay between election and inauguration could impede the government from functioning properly. The only exceptions to the January 20th date were those following the deaths of Roosevelt and John F. Kennedy and the resignation of Richard Nixon. In these cases, the successors were sworn in immediately. Currently, the tradition has the swearing in of the president taking place at noon, which officially begins the commencement of a new presidential term.
The president-elect is required by the United States Constitution to take an oath swearing that they will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution.
I, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, so help me God.
Anyone legally authorized to administer an oath can technically swear in a president. However, tradition has the Chief Justice of the United States administering the oath on Inauguration Day. The only exceptions have occurred after a presidential death. Some notable cases include the swearing in of Calvin Coolidge after the death of President Warren Harding. The oath was administered by his father, a notary, at his home in Vermont. The only woman to ever swear in a president was Sarah Hughes, a federal judge who administered the oath for Lyndon B. Johnson aboard Air Force One, just over 2 hours after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. While there is no requirement in the United States Constitution that any book be used in administering the oath, most presidents have chosen to be sworn in on a Bible.
The George Washington Inaugural Bible has been used to be sworn in on several times, and on January 20th, 2009, Barack Obama used the same Bible that Abraham Lincoln used during his inauguration.